Which one was yours? Which one was yours? Vesicle. Which one was yours? ER? Okay, I want to know the doubles so I can know where to put you. Alrighty, Baron, since you were not here, take a card. Alright, so you're going to be a little catch-up, okay? You're going to use a reference card, and here in a little bit when I get everybody started, then I'm going to come back to you, and I'll kind of tell you how we can speed up what needs to be done so that you can catch up to everybody else, okay? Alright, so here's what we're going to do. What I did was I provided y'all with reference cards. These reference cards have more information about the organelles that you guys were assigned. And so what I want you to do is I'm going to give you all about 10 minutes, roughly, to go over the reference cards, look at what you put down about your organelle, and then see if you can kind of merge the two information. Some of the information you may already have, some you may not. So you may want to add it. At the end of the 10 minutes, what I need you to make sure you have are some interesting things about your organelle. And also, I need you to have that organelle pickup line, okay? And then at the end of the 10 minutes, I'll give you all instructions for the next phase of this activity. Okay, so for right now, what I want you to concentrate on, the goal for right now is to develop a pickup line if you haven't already, and then make your organelle sound as interesting as possible. Because your organelle is going to go on dates. And you want your organelle to be attractive to everyone, to the dates it goes on. So make it sound cool, all right? Go ahead and do that. I'm going to set my timer here in a little bit, and then we'll get started. The purpose of this is to kind of investigate an organelle. Okay, these organelles that we've reviewed before. And so you can use like information from your notes, you can look up some stuff online if you want to use your phone, or you can just go off the reference card. The reference card has pretty much all the information that you would probably find on your organelle. So what you're going to do is just answer these questions, focus on that. Once you answer the questions about your organelle, then I want you to come over here, and I want you to kind of come up with some things that you think are interesting about your organelle, okay? And then you're going to do an organelle pickup. It's kind of a way to like an icebreaker for your organelle, okay? Now, if you need any help thinking of any pickup lines, I can help you. Or you think you might want to think of one on your own. All right. Which would you rather do? On your own? All right, good deal. And get to it. Yes, ma'am. Let me go around on that your side.
Is this what you meant for like a pickup line? Because I'm confused.
See, if we were like chromosome, that is a perfect one. That is a really good one. Now, let's see. What's your organelle?
Mitochondria.
Mitochondria. Okay, I like it. I think it'll work. Good job. Okay, I think that's a great pickup line. Yes, good job.
X and Y. What's the difference? Yeah. What's your pickup line?
My thing is I'm large and clean.
Well, see, the chromosomes like the X and Y stuff.
Nuclear pores. I think that's kind of a cool thing about the nucleus as well. All right. So you're going the skeleton angle. Good job. It helps in cell division. That is good. All right, good job. How are we doing over here? Where are we at?
I knew your first.
Okay, so what are some interesting facts you think you're going to go with?
I know, but like, they found stuff only in chromosomes, and I have stuff
Now, okay, so I know that this reference card says they're only found in plant cells, but where else are they found? Remember? Okay, so we got, remember, our four kingdoms that aren't bacteria, right? What are they? That aren't bacteria. You got plants, you got animals, What are the other ones? You're not a plant, you're not an animal, what could you be?
Bacteria?
Oh, bacteria, those are the other two, but then what's the rest? Bacteria, plant, animal, fungus, and then protists, okay? Now, fungus and protists can also, fungus can have cell walls and so forth. This is a little bit misleading, but since we're only doing like plants and animals, that's why that's different. I kind of wanted to point that out a little bit, because you might think about adding that in there, okay?
Thank you. Oh my god, this was a good one. Good.
All right, what are we going with here?
Cell membrane.
Let me see.
I can be your best support.
Oh, that is a very good one. I like that. That is good. It goes perfectly with your organelle. Good job. What you got?
I can't find none.
Can't find none? Well, think of one and make one up. Can't find it? Make it up.
I'm not creative.
All right, cell membrane. Let's work together then. All right, so what are some of the jobs of the cell membrane?
Receiving signals and interacting with neighbor cells.
So the cell membrane, remember, let's think about also what we talked about before when we were talking about like the cell membrane, its job. Remember we did a whole unit on it. What was the unit about? Remember the cell membrane kind of acts like a door, right? What do
Yeah.
doors do?
They open and close
So why?
to let stuff in and out.
Stuff in and out, right? So it's the main job of the cell membrane. It lets things in and out, right? Okay. And so why don't you go off with something like that? Like, yeah, with the idea that the cell membrane allow things to pass through, right?
Okay.
Do something like that. I don't know, what are some pickup lines you can think of? Anybody want to help her with that? 'Cause I think I'm in the same boat she is. I'm not super creative when it
Well, I
comes to
just
that type
found
of
one.
stuff.
If I was an English, would you want me rough or smooth? That's a good one. Yeah,
It doesn't have to. It has to have the word, right? It has to have like the.
No, it doesn't have to have the cell
Okay.
membrane. It can be like its job, just something
Okay.
related to it, just something, you know, something clever, icebreaker kind of thing.
Would you want me rough or smooth?
I can open up for you.
Yeah.
But like,
Or like, I could,
I don't know.
like, let me think. Don't have any arms. I can be your door opener. I don't know. Like, something like along the lines of like opening.
Oh, you know what? There's another thing that the cell membrane does. We didn't really talk too much about it. This is more of an AP concept. But the cell membrane is also the site of a lot of different chemical reactions. So the cell membrane helps with chemical reactions, right? So maybe you can go the chemistry angle, right? Oh, that is an interesting fact. Yes, that is.
Chemical reactions.
It helps in a lot of
That is
chemical reactions.
Like something like that.
Oh yeah. So maybe you go that angle, the chemistry angle. You know,
I'll figure something
if you
out.
come in contact with me, we got chemistry or something to that effect.
Yeah.
I'm bad at those as well. I'm no game when it comes to pickup lines.
Yeah, I have
I
no
do some
reason.
What did you come up
I
with?
put, if I was an endoplasmic reticulum, would you want me rough or smooth?
I like that. That's good. What do you mean you got no game? That's pretty good.
Well, that's no game. What you mean?
That's pretty good. I like that. What you got, Boldy?
Nothing at the moment.
Nothing at the moment. All right, you got a little time to think about it. Maybe you got about 4 more minutes. So start coming to think about that.
That's funny.
What you all got? Nothing. Why are you hiding yours? Let's see.
I came up with.
Yeah. I cannot think of it. I was like, help me.
What's your organelle? The chrome. I like that. That's clever. I do like that.
Yeah, I'm looking behind everything.
I like that as well. These are good. What do you mean? You guys, y'all sell yourself short there. That's clever.
Me
What
is
you
good
got?
at it.
Me is good at it. What you got?
I'm looking.
Oh, you're looking. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Holly
Same
has
here.
nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your interesting fact though?
Hmm?
What did you write? Tell me
I
what's
need
wrong.
I need to see how much water is in a vacuole.
How much water
Yeah,
is
like
in a vacuole?
the percentage of water.
Ah, okay. Well, it kind of really depends on the cell that it's in. So like a
90
plant
to
cell-
98%
Oh, there you
water.
go. Okay.
Mr.
Good.
Zamora,
Uh-huh.
are you filming for your YouTube channel?
Yes, YouTube channel. No.
I didn't get permission. I didn't give you permission.
Oh, y'all did. Y'all signed that a long time ago.
Oh my god,
Yes,
we
thank
did.
you. All right, couple more minutes, and then we're gonna move on to the next phase. So make sure you have accomplished 2 goals: interesting things about your organelle, and you have at least some type of pickup line. If you are struggling with the pickup line, you can just say something as simple as "Hello, I'm the whatever mitochondria." The
That's so weird.
mitochondria.
That's so.
What is your vesicles? What do they do? All right, so they carry things, right? So vesicles transport things. Let's see some interesting facts about your vesicles. Why is the job of transporting things important?
You can move things in and out of the cell.
Yeah, okay, so what would happen if there was no vesicles in the cell?
Things would be moving in and out of the cell.
And things like waste would accumulate. No, that's interesting. I think that's pretty interesting. Your job. So if you can't think of anything interesting, then maybe just think of like some really vital jobs that your organelle does. Like without me, right? So you're playing the role of the organelle. Without me, you would not be able to move anything in and out of the cell, stuff like that. I think that would go that angle. Okay. I find that interesting. How are we doing? Good. All right. Y'all about ready, or I need a couple more minutes?
4 minutes.
Couple more minutes. You're a little bit at a disadvantage because yesterday was start time. Yeah, so the other class in the afternoon had an extra day. That's also one of the reasons why I provided you all with these reference cards, was so this way I can let y'all catch up a little bit from what y'all missed yesterday because of start testing.
Located around the
Give me the right signal and I'll let you.
Yes, body operates.
That's the whole point.
We're having serious trouble.
Makeup line. Did you get yours, Baron, already?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was quick. Let me see. Let me see his in a minute.
I'm the biggest warehouse, just from you.
That's good. That's very good. I like it. All right. So you got the nucleus, and you have microtubules. So what are some of the things, like what's the main function of the nucleus?
Folds chromosomes.
Folds chromosomes, right? All right. So I'm gonna throw this out there. I don't know. Maybe like just like I hold chromosomes, I can hold your heart. Let's see. Boom! That was pretty good. Off the top of my head. There. I'm getting better at it. All right. Let's see. We got microtubules. What do they do?
It keeps the cell together.
Keeps the cell. Okay, so it gives the cell structure. Okay. And support. Right? Just like.
But I can support you.
There you go. I can provide you with the support you need.
I'm the bare
Something like
bones.
that.
That's good, that's good.
I'd go to that angle.
Okay.
What about like iron, right? It's not as bad as that one. What about?
What is it? That wasn't bad. That was great.
It's not as bad as yours.
I have an idea. I'm the bare bones you need.
It's just because the microtubules are the structure of the cell, the skeleton. So just by themselves, they're the bare bones.
You've heard it. Yes.
Like, I will support you.
No.
Oh, that's good. That is good. That's really good.
Sir, tell me if this is, appropriate. Just call me plasma memory because I'm here to absorb all the secretory vesicles off your Golgi body.
I think it's okay. I think it'll be okay. It's straight up nothing but organelles, right? And I think it'll work. All right. You're all right. I think you're okay.
Okay, that's not good. Can't have 3.
All right, 1 minute. 1 minute at 10:57. We are moving on. I gave you a little extra time because I know some of you were struggling to come up with some stuff. So I'll give you all 1 minute, and then we're moving on.
Wait, what do you have?
Six beers.
What do you have there? Here, I'll look and read it.
Yes, in that class, much bigger.
Something about. I mean,
There is Proverbs low in that class.
You look like gold, G.
Some people drop. So. All right, that is our time. All right, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to split up. Half of y'all sit on this side of the table. Half of y'all sit on this side of the table. Once you guys evenly split up, I'll give you the directions. Make sure you're sitting in front of somebody, directly in front of somebody.
Get over there.
Eric.
Luke. Baldy.
oh yeah.
Can I even do it to you? Yes. Good God, man. Bro, I didn't even know what to. I couldn't come up with anything.
All right, hopefully we have an even number.
Wait,
I'm going to give you all that work. Let's see, counting on an even number. Fingers crossed.
Did we go in front of people?
I think it's perfect. All right, good job. All right.
Oh, no.
All right, here's what you're going to do. Okay, for this next part of the activity, now that you have some interesting facts about your organelle and you have developed a pickup line, you are now going to see how compatible your organelle is with other organelles. Because organelles aren't structures unto themselves, right? They don't just do the job by themselves. A lot of times they work together to accomplish a much larger job, right? They work together to help the cell maintain homeostasis as a whole. And so what I want you to be thinking about on this next section, this next part of this activity, is how your organelle factors into the bigger picture of homeostasis. Like, what is it that your organelle does, and how it works with other organelles to help the cell survive. And so you're looking for other organelles that are compatible with you. And then you're going to try to determine, based off of the dates that your organelle goes on, which one of the organelles that you talked with is the most compatible. Which one works the best with your organelle towards accomplishing that overall goal of cell homeostasis. So this is the way it's going to work. First thing you're going to do is you're going to do the icebreaker part. You're going to share your pickup line with the organelle in front of you. Organelle in front of you, that's your date for right now. Speed dating involves dates that last no more than a few minutes. So for our speed date, we're gonna try 4 minutes, and then if I have to adjust, I'll move to 3 minutes, depending on how much we can accomplish in 4 minutes. So you'll have approximately 4 minutes to do these things. You're gonna start with your pickup line. You share your pickup line with each other. And then you're gonna discuss what the function of your organelle is, and then your date's gonna discuss what the function of their organelle is. And then you're gonna talk about what processes you're involved in, and your date's going to talk about what processes they're involved in. And then you're going to discuss ways that you could possibly work together. What are some things that you can do together to help accomplish homeostasis? All right? Are there any questions from anybody about these instructions?
No.
All right, I'm going to set the timer. And at 4 minutes, we will move on. We're gonna I'll tell you how we rotate every 4 minutes. All right, go. Get started.
What's up, I am. Would you take it rough or smooth? I'm the micro 2 people, and I can keep things together because I have the structure of the cell. I'm electrical, and I I transport waste.
Yeah.
Substances from different I also, I'm also in the process of cell division, and I did the cell shape, and I found a both plant and
One caveat, do not share your reference card with your date. We'll see your reference card, okay? Alright, forgot to add that.
So what organ are you in? What organ? Vesicle. What are you in? The microtubule. I produce protein synthesis. Or what cells are you found in?
I am found in both plant and animal.
I'm found in Golgi arthritis and
I house and protect from.
what is your function? You found in plant or animal cells?
Help ensure that DNA is replicated and distributed approximately during cell division.
Storage.
I'm involved in cleaning up cells. Like in some plants.
So the DNA is replicated and distributed
I help with approximately all that.
approximately during cell division.
Molecules around and I transport.
I transcend energy interact with neighboring cells. What cell process in and out is your organelle involved in?
Sugars and ions and water.
That's kind of ironic because, you know, every cell membrane, so I'm going to be going in and out. We're going to be letting me.
Mitosis. I know they work together, but
That's how
division and you in and out. So how would we work together? Only two are different.
I know that.
Three actually.
Oh, it packages the proteins made in the ribosome cell.
Mitosis, division, and excision.
That's
Allowed.
What's your cell process?
A membrane bound structure that contains the cells. How might you and controls the growth and reproduction? How would we work together? The membrane bound structure that contains the cells.
It doesn't say that mine is
Hereditary
interactive. Yeah, mine doesn't say the interactive.
Hereditary info and controls the cell's growth and reproduction.
Cytokinesis. That's such a fancy word.
I think we're the
Alright, our 4 minutes is up. Okay, now judging by the way that you guys are interacting still, it tells me that that's probably just the right amount of time. That we don't want to shorten the time because then it would be a little too short. So, 4 minutes is up, so here's what you're going to do. This side of the table is going to get up and you're going to rotate to your left. So if you're here, both, you're going to go to the end of the line. Everybody else rotates this way. And then we're going to start the process again, the exact same thing. Start with your pickup line and then start introducing yourselves, information about yourselves, and then how you work together. No, you stay. This side stays. This side stays. Only that side rotates. Oh,
On that thing.
yeah, why are you? Alright, as soon as you're ready, you get started.
If I pick a side, you like water, but you're like 90 to 98% of it. The rest of it
I'm the vesicle, and I can be your vesicle if you don't have any transportation, you know. I can take you places. VESICLE.
I am the cell membrane. So, what type of cells are you found in?
I'm found in both actually, plant and animal cells.
I'm also found in both.
Oh,
What organelles are you found in?
What do you do? What do you do for a living?
Toxins and like water, sugar, and ions. What is the function of your organelle?
That's like you're saying.
I hold it internally.
Oh. Well, what I do is I move molecules around and I transport things in and out of the cell like waste and everything. So,
You know, basically all of it. I'm really good at handling reactions from
what cell processes are you involved in?
mitosis.
I'm not sure if that counts as like a specific process, but I help with cleaning it.
That's good.
Yeah, everything.
I am involved in endocytosis.
Acting as receptors to receive signals and receptors to receive new signals. Interact with neighboring cells and letting molecules in and out. So how might we work together? Interact with neighboring
Well, you said that you hold toxins, right? Whoa. In what? Like, I remove waste out of the cells?
Neighboring cells.
So maybe like every once in a while, you know, my teeth, might get that waste, toxins in it. That might be a way.
Yeah. You could like take it from me and put it out. So.
Kind of makes you a nicer person, you know.
Well, it was very nice to you.
I guess the ribosome could make proteins for the animal cells. I guess. I'm not sure.
How does it work together?
The cell wall protects the nucleus from
All right, looks like you guys are ready to move on. So, same rotation. To your left, this side only. Go ahead and get up and rotate.
Get out of here. What is that?
I'll take it time like I take a plants.
organelles here. Both plants what is the function of your organelle?
It's a transportation system in the transportation system in
What is the function?
Mine ends the process of cellular respiration by turning ATP or glucose into ATP.
to control cell growth and reproduction.
Mine's involved in translation. So turning a gene into protein.
Wait to control cell growth.
And reproduction.
I know, it's such a
Here's what I would like you to try and do. This is the secret to teaching. You take things that are like really, really long and like concepts that are really, really hard, and you try to explain them down so they're easy to understand. That is, like, when you can do that with a topic, that means you really understand it. Right? So think about like what you wrote and think about how to make that as short.
How we gonna work together?
Mind controls the cells provide energy
We can make the what?
The proteins for the plant cells, but the cell wall.
I store cytoplasm. I will store EC.
How might you and this organelle work together?
Destroy invading viruses and bacteria. Viruses.
You're a nucleus, and you're a vesicle, and you're a nucleus, right? So what do you think? Are there any ways that y'all could work together?
Cell signals.
What's your main job as a nucleus? What do you do best? Nucleus? Wait, let's see. You're the nucleolus, right? Is that what you are? Okay, all right. So remember, your job is to make ribosomes. Okay, that's your main job. You make ribosomes and you ship them out. That's the big job of yours. Okay, your job is to transport things, right? Most of the things you transport are going to be what? Yeah. What? And so what's usually made? What is proteins, right? So we're making your job is to ship proteins. Your job is to create, remember, the organelle that you make is like the chef for making proteins. So ultimately, you make the thing that's going to make the proteins and he's going to ship out, right? So, I mean, that might be some way that y'all might think about working together. Okay.
So you create the proteins, I should.
What's that? What? Well, a lysosome, so what's your main job? Yeah, you're right. Viruses, waste, anything that needs. And so once it's destroyed, does it stay inside you, inside the cell?
No. Oh, I let it out, right?
Or you take it where to let it out?
Yeah.
That's not a town, that's a cat.
I
No, so it's like, you know, like the chicken little thing. Okay, so like you didn't get that. The chicken's hair, what is it, like feathers?
How to protect chromosomes. You split them apart.
I don't know.
You get chromosomes from nucleus.
Okay, so how many rotations have we been on?
Three.
Okay, this is the last one. All right, last one.
I gotta switch to somebody else.
I'm a vesicle, you know.
Okay, so I'm a chloroplast. I'm a microtubule.
That sounds fancy.
I'm found in both cells, plant and animal cells.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy because I'm also found in both.
That's crazy.
You know, and I can be your vesicle if you have no transportation at all.
That's crazy. Wait, I forgot to tell you about the leg. I have to tell you this. Can I be the protein to your microtubule so I can climb all over you? That was good. What's your function? That was really good.
What's your function? What do you do for a living? You know, how do you make your money?
I basically help certain parts of cell division and I help give the cell shape. What do you do?
I transport molecules all around the cell, in and out, secrete substances, I digest materials because I love to eat, and I regulate the pressure that is all like within the cell. So you know, basically without me, nothing would get done.
Oh,
What processes are you involved in?
Cell division. What process are you involved in?
Endocytosis and exocytosis.
I know.
Okay, what's the process? Are you plants and animals? Mitosis. meiotic division, and metaphase. I think that's pretty important.
What was the second one? The process.
Meiotic division, and then metaphase. See, those are pretty important. You both work. How about you?
He's like in packaging.
Well,
Yeah, we would work out.
I move things around the cell and package things up and everything. So
And I help with the process of cell division. I help with cell movement.
Now,
what kind of
how
movement?
could we work together?
Flagella. I don't know how to say that, but I think.
Basically the DNA, right?
And then mine is. What's your pickup line?
Okay, so
What's your pickup line?
I said it. I'm the biggest warehouse just for you.
Mine is that percent coming up? We're about together.
You can help me in moving gears that are needed for cell division.
What processes are you using?
Oh, I can regulate your pressure. I regulate your blood pressure. Oh my god. I regulate her blood pressure.
Run together everything. Run together.
I'm just gonna put candles.
That's it. One of the best days I've been on.
Yeah, I did tell him that, but he's like, okay.
Oh, no, we have a lot.
And then I went to the trainer, and then he was like, yeah, no.
I had a knee tear in my knee like 3 years ago. And I went to go see the trainer and he was like, yeah, it could be re-tearing again. So like in a couple of years you might want to get surgery on that. And I was like, I feel
Okay.
Yeah, the trainer said that he's gonna talk to you. I help support the official chromosome.
Candle bat?
Yeah.
Was that a candle?
It's a candle.
That was like a little torch.
A what?
I thought it was a torch.
I thought it was
That's a candle.
It does not look like a candle. It looks like a piece of coral.
Your decorations, any of y'all have PCS coming up?
This looks like a piece of. This looks like
I was like, I need this for my
coral.
pizza. That's a no.
It's a piece of coral from
You better have to
SpongeBob.
your
You don't like my floral design
Nope.
concept? Okay.
I mean, you got another person. We are? Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna go help us decorate.
All right, so we have had 4 different dates, different interactions. So you've got some information from 4 different organelles. So what I need you to do now is you can go back to your groups. And what I want you to do is start thinking about, of the 4 interactions you had, which one
I am simply not.
I would say boys like that.
I see best school as well because they can deliver the stuff that I give them. Like they transport a bunch of stuff. I ensure that DNA is like they can also like transport stuff. That's why I think best school. Also,
They take all the toxic stuff out of you and send it out of the cell.
There are ways that you can incorporate any other organelle into what your organelle does. You're just looking for the best fit, right? There are more than one right answer. Just look for the best fit, the best answer, and then elaborate why. The most important thing is not what organelle you picked, but why you picked them. That's what I'm really going to be looking at, is why did you choose that organelle as your best match, okay?
ER because
I told you because best school. I don't know. Like I said, you can transport the stuff out of them.
I would just say vesicle and gold cheese. Because this one packages proteins, and this one transports the proteins, and ribosome makes the protein.
Literally, you work well
So
with like
I could work
I
with
think
either.
your best match
Yeah,
probably
it's
cell
really
wall. Not wall, cell membrane.
Golgi body.
Cell membrane.
I didn't get matched with the only way I can see is like we do our jobs together. You're not wrong. Because like we both kind of make sure stuff.
Did you go with the person that sends out stuff, Golgi apparatus?
No.
Dang. You guys did not have any good matches.
I did not. What are we?
But yeah, vesicles my best.
And
So, like, yeah, so which organelle is specified, like which one? Instead of just putting date one, I wanna know like which one. Yeah, some of y'all are
This works with
way.
everything,
some of
so
y'all are
really,
involved in a whole lot
there was
more
no
than
organelle I didn't
you
have any
know.
compatibility with.
You're everywhere, yeah, you can put relationships to anything, yep, you're definitely involved in a lot of activities. How about over here? What do you think is your best match? Vacuum?
probably
Yours
because
is
it's the
right
one
on
that stored like the proteins.
Okay, so you're going with, you make the proteins and then the vacuole stores stuff, okay? What do you think is the least compatible organelle?
The microtubule.
Why is that?
That's what I feel.
Because that one like it just like splits in half. That's it.
It's
Oh
so
my
close
gosh.
involved.
It's really just like cell division.
What?
What about you? You picked this as your least match?
Yeah.
And what was your best match?
Ribosome. Because they
Ribosome.
make the proteins and I transport.
Is that why you took a picture of me?
Okay, I see. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. All right, good deal. So make sure to explain that.
Yeah.
Explain your thinking. You're on the right track. Good job. All right, let's take a look. Let's see what you got.
Dating summary. Which organelle would you choose?
All right. So central.
I picked
Go ahead, explain it. You pick what?
Central as my best match because they both work for cell division, so that means they can work together to make sure everything goes right during cell division.
And you are
The microtubule.
the microtubule. That's okay. That's actually pretty. That's very good. I would, if I was in your shoes, that would probably be my number one pick as well because you definitely work together with the central. Absolutely. That's the cool. What is it? So let me ask you this: what's the least of the 4 dates? Which one did you have the least in common with?
I feel like I had to listen to chloroplast
Why?
because that it was more for plants and it was involved in more in photosynthesis than
Than anything else? So you don't. Okay. Good reasoning. Good job. Pretty good job. Yes, ma'am.
Vesicle because they both work with the proteins, but I don't know which one's more important.
Well, let's see. So you're between the Golgi apparatus and the vesicle. Okay. So what are the pros of you working most closely with the Golgi apparatus?
They package the proteins and the ribosome makes the proteins.
So they package what you make, and then the vesicles.
They transport the proteins.
Okay. So what do you think would be the most important for your proteins that you're making? The packaging, the transport.
I'm thinking this one because it works more closely with the proteins, but I don't know. I'm kind of between both.
I know. I can see where your dilemma is. They're both pretty heavily involved in what you do. Why don't you put I'm torn between 2 dates and then why? I think that would be acceptable, right? I don't have one favorite. I have two, and just explain why. But I like your thinking. And I like your process here, and I agree with you. I think that would be a very difficult choice if I had to pick one between the other. So, I would say go on a couple more dates. Yes.
what is this, like things like what does this mean?
What is what?
I put them down, but I didn't know exactly what like you meant by that.
Okay, so what it means by like if you were to go on a double date, so what it's saying is like so you have your number one pick, okay, and because you work most closely with this particular organelle, but who do you think would be like a friend couple? Like what would be the other two organelles that y'all have the most in common with? So like we're now a couple, right? We're going on a date. Who are we going to double date with? What are the other two organelles that also kind of we could work with and accomplish something?
So is this supposed to be like my day and these two?
Yeah, that's kind of what that would be, yes.
I could as well with like the stuff. I put vesicle, but then I was thinking about the Golgi bun, and I was like, well.
Okay, so tell me your thought process on that.
Well, I can look it up also.
Okay.
And it says chromosomes work with other nucleic acids in the cell to build proteins and help in cell division, and they kind of package proteins and lipids.
Okay, so Golgi body packages proteins and lipids, and then what's your organelle?
Chromosome.
Chromosome. Okay, so your main function is what?
what I found. Help ensure that DNA is replicated and distributed appropriately during cell division.
Okay, so you're a chromosome. Remember what I told you about chromosomes and what they are? It's just DNA in a different shape, right? Remember I told you that headphones are like DNA, and when you're going to transport your headphones, you wrap them on your finger, they become more portable. That's kind of what a chromosome is. So your DNA holds the instructions for making proteins, right? And I think you're on the right kind of track because you're going the protein route, right? Because Golgi body packages proteins, right? And then so your dilemma is I think is the vesicles, because vesicles also
Yeah, and the transport stuff.
I think y'all two have the same dilemma, right? 'Cause, well, so then you could have the same solution if you want. You could say, I think that Golgi body and vesicles would make an equally good match, and then explain why. And I think that would be perfectly acceptable. Good? Does that help? Okay.
I need help.
All right. Let me see.
So I'm cytoplasm, and I went on dates with chromosomes, microtubule, vacuole, and nucleus, but I don't know which one because I
In
feel
a
like
second,
I
I'll get
think
it.
chromosomes probably
Chromosomes?
be better.
Because-
Yeah.
Because what?
I don't know which one would be best because they're all in the same level.
Yeah, because of what?
Because they don't really help me out. I'm just there.
You're there, right? And
Yeah.
so like you're kind of in the same boat as cell membrane over there, in that you have your hand in a little bit of everything.
It's really funny because cytoplasm and cell membrane would be like the better.
They
to
would be
go.
a good fit. Yeah, I think if you had gone on a date with cytoplasm, that probably would have been your best fit. I think any one of them, you have a case for just about any of them. And so remember what I said, it's not really necessarily about the organelle you pick, it's about why you picked it. So I would say just pick the one that you felt had the best pickup line, and then explain how y'all would work well together. That may be something I would do. What do you think about trying it that angle?
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
Thank you.
They're all out of your league, but like.
Okay, but chromosomes had it good.
No, you're out of their league. There we
Yes,
go.
exactly.
Chromosome.
Exactly.
Bad
The
pickup
excellent-
line.
All right, so as we're wrapping up this lesson, because we're about to run out of time, first of all, before you leave, I want you to leave your papers on the desk so I can look over them. But I want you to also think about this project as a whole, this activity. The purpose of this activity wasn't necessarily to memorize what your organelle does. The true purpose of this activity was to think about how your organelle interacts with other organelles to ultimately accomplish the task that cells need in order to survive. Okay, so make sure to kind of be thinking about that. That's the true purpose of this lesson. Right? So before you leave, go ahead and put your papers on my desk. I'll review them. And good job today. You guys did excellent, excellent work. Thank y'all. I'll get that one from y'all tomorrow. I'll take it right away.